myself to sleep. Show me how this cow shatters dreams. Another lesson about a night who came to Babylon. Found out that title tastes so sweet. Now his guitar's Cadillac.
Hillbilly music, the only lonely streets that I call home. Guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music, the only thing that keeps me hanging on. Really is. Dwight Yoakam, man. Totally had no idea how good that guy was. Check out his live stuff on Spotify or whatever, your platform of choice. And listen to the crowd just sing along with him. It's just so outrageous. Dwight Yoakam. So again, so you see, I got to go back to work. So at the store, it's just me there. No one else is there. So if you walk in and there's no one in the store, you can just talk to me, right? It's a small store. People are like, you got to go work at the store. It's like, I just kind of play music I like and sell people hammers. It's really kind of ideal. But with the update on that real quick, because I got to go, but things are getting back to normal around here. Last night I was awoken by two women in the middle of the road looking for their Ubers. So if you know Southie, that's things are getting back to normal here. And as far as the inventory goes, now we're selling businesses their equipment to reopen. So paint, extension cords, lights to build out their outdoor spaces, all sorts of stuff for the local restaurants and the local businesses here who are reopening. That's cool. One of them actually bought me dinner last night, dropped off some sushi for me in appreciation. So that was cool. It's really nice to be recognized when you do something, isn't it? Hey, do that today. Recognize somebody that's been doing a great job for you and for your community. Like, give them a little shout out, give them a little support, because, it's been a long time here, folks, especially out here, man. I mean, anyway, today I just want to talk about real quick before I forget, self-censorship. So we've seen a lot of discussion about that and a lot of talk about that and what that means. And especially on social media, you have a tendency to self-censor yourself, and in part for good, for good reason, right? I'm not suggesting you should just say the most outrageous things, but you're going to get flack if you're over the target, right? If you're saying enough truth, if you're dropping truth bombs, let's say you're truth playing, and you get flack when you're over the target. So if you start to say things that upset people, it just means that you're closer to revealing some kind of truth. Typically, usually, if you're doing it right. Okay. So don't read the comments. Like, that was one of my favorite Twitter accounts. It still is, at avoid comments. And it was just always a continuous reminder to not read the comments. Do not read the comments. Do not read the comments. Like, avoid comments. No matter what you do, remember, do not read the comments. And, you got to understand that message if you're going to go online. You can't respond to everything and everyone and all this sort of stuff. And at the end of the day, self-censoring might be one of our biggest problems we have, because we're not allowed to say what we think, and we censor ourselves. I can't say that. And it's like, of course, there's a degree of self-censorship that you need to take into account. But just let me say that when you find yourself doing that, when you find yourself thinking, oh, I shouldn't say that, just analyze it real quick. Why are you asking yourself that? You know, who are you suggesting might be offended or what have you, right? And then maybe try to reframe the question or say it a little differently. I I have a tendency to not censor myself at all anymore, and I it's problematic. Let's just be honest. But anyway. Oh, and Uncle Tom film again. Nobody probably sees my posts. Nobody watches this either. I don't, whatever. But if you haven't seen Uncle Tom film, it's so well done. It's like it's very like much like a Ken Burns style documentary. It's very even-handed, and it goes back in time and talks to different leaders from different angles about being a Black conservative in America. And you'll learn a lot. I challenge you to watch it. Okay. All right, gotta go. I moved like literally a ton of dirt the other day. So there you have it. Speaking of self-censorship, then in my next video, I will not censor myself one bit. So watch out for that one. Okay, bye.